This is a map of the Grimsby and Cleethorpes area showing the A16 just off there. You can see a little railway line. There it is. That's the Lincolnshire Wolds Railway. And I am here in the North Thoresby end, and I'm going to drive from here back to Holton-Le-Clay. I'm on the B1201. I'm going on the country roads instead of the A16, which of course is quicker. If anybody asks me how long it takes me to get to the railway from where I live, I always say about 10 minutes. Well, look, going this way at probably between 30 and 40 mile an hour, it took me 9.5 minutes. But I didn't want to go too fast because the camera was just stuck on the... well, it wasn't stuck in anyway, it was just resting on the shelf in front of me on the dashboard, and I didn't want to cause it to suddenly tip over when I went round bends. But here we go on the B1201. And just up this road soon you will see a junction or turn off to the right, and if you was going from North Thoresby station to Ludborough station, you turn right at this particular point, which we're coming up to in a moment. Here it is. You would turn right there and follow the road through, and it would take you eventually to the railway station at Ludborough. Or you could use the A16 if you're coming in that way and turn off at the sign for the railway, which is a quicker route really. But from where I live, this is an easy route as well. Not a lot of traffic. Both sides of the road here, there's fish ponds. People come here fishing, and there's quite a lot of birds and wildlife to be seen if you was to come and have a look around this area. Because there's a lot of bends on the road as well, so you got to be fairly easy. I've driven along here in the winter when it's been a bit slippery. It's not recommended. So this was done on the Saturday leading to the Easter weekend break. So we'll come to a junction here, and if you go right, you're on your way to Mablethorpe and Skegness. You can get to that way. It's a long, twisty, windy road, but we're turning left on the A1031. The A1031 will also take you up to where the seals are in the winter, Donanook. So we're heading for Tetney. That's the next village up here. This road isn't too bad, you can go a bit faster. Look at them lovely clouds ahead. This is known as the low road to Skegness and Mablethorpe, but it's very twisty and bendy. You can also get up to North Somercotes as well. You get there before you get to Mablethorpe and Skeggy. Some people like driving on these country roads and not the busy ones. Although this one does get busy in the summer. I've been on it when there's been a lot of traffic using this one to get up to Mablethorpe and Skeggy. So we're coming up to Tetney shortly. Techney Blowwells are on the right as well. Sorry, on the left. Techney Blowwells. They organise walking tours of them. So here we are in the little village, coming up to the village. Won't see much of the village, but anyway. This road, if you carry on this road, it'll take you into Cleethorpes. But I'm turning left here. There's a car coming, but he flashes his lights and tells me I can go, so off I go. Thank you very much. And I'm turning left here. This is another road in the village that takes you through to where the well, there's one shop, the Spa shop. And of course this road leads back to the A16, or in my case to Holton-Le-Clay. The police station's on the right. You can't see it, but it's there. It's just a house really. We come to this little junction here. I'm going to turn right, but straight up there where that car's going takes you to the A16. It takes you to the railway line that we just left, and that's where the railway line's hoping to get to eventually. So we're now on a minor road going through the countryside, which takes us to Holton-Le-Clay. It's a little bit bumpy along here. You can see the camera just jolting a little bit. I've driven along here in the winter at a very slow speed because it does get quite icy sometimes. Although this year it wasn't too bad at all. There's some houses along here and some big houses along here. One of them was actually a restaurant which closed down. I don't think it was doing too well. It was a bistro, I think it was. Very expensive. Because all this around here is farmland. There's a wee bear left. And this road is pretty straight all the way to Holton-Le-Clay. So it's took us about 9¼ minutes or something like that before we get to the end of this road. So I hope you've enjoyed this little trip. And there's the sign for Holton-Le-Clay.